What is up, crap bags? JJ back here from Run Pure Bets with another free pick for you. This time it's going to be in Major League Baseball for Friday, April the 9th. Game's going to be played between the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees. Going for the Yanks is Corey Kluber, and for the Rays is Rich Hill. Current betting spread is Yankees minus 130. Total 8.5. So it was nice to cash my last video play with first five under 4.5 Miami St. Louis. And we'll look to build on some momentum or build up some momentum here with this one. Before we dive into the play, though, did you notice the fresh cut? I'll tell you this much, my wife sure did. I came home with this new do, and it was as if I walked into a level 4 tropical storm inside the house. Just so much moisture everywhere. I'll tell you what, though. You know how I'm getting old? My barber goes to me, "You're starting to grow whiskers on the sides of my ears." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" He's like, "Hair all over your ears." Now, either like my mom banged a goblin or, I'm just starting to like morph into a cat. Both are realistic possibilities, but nonetheless, seeing hair on my ears like that's been wild. He whacked it all down though, so nothing to worry about. Getting old sucks, folks. I thought when my nuts started clanking off my ankles, that would be the end of these signs. It's almost as if I was born with two yo-yos. Who needs a dog when I could take these bad boys for a walk? Anyway, enough about my attractive qualities. Let's talk on some bases. I really like the first five here over 4.5 runs, Yanks versus the Rays. I got this minus 103 at DraftKings in New Jersey. This may move as well. I guess you might be able to get a better number, 3.5 at dog money, maybe. So why do I like runs early in this spot? I know no Judge, no Voit for the Yanks, and the Rays haven't exactly been blistering the ball either. And two decent pitchers, but let me dive in a little deeper here. So Corey Kluber comes off a good start versus Toronto, at least from a surface level. Okay, 4 innings, 5 Ks, 1 earned. But a lot of trouble he wiggled himself out of. Very little soft contact in that game from him or off of him. And there was base runners in each inning. 3 of the 4 innings actually had multiple base runners. He was playing with fire, basically, in the 3 out of the 4 innings, or actually all 4 innings, to be honest. Short start for him overall, but again, a lot of trouble. This could have a little bit to do with his fastball being about 3 miles per hour lower than it was a few years back. This drop in velocity was actually not just for his fastball, it's for all his pitches, cutter, curveball, etc. Kluber said during the spring, not really something he's concerned about as he often gets stronger as the season goes on. And look, I get it. Even during Kluber's Cy Young years, he wasn't throwing, 98, 99. He never had like a blistering fastball. But this drop in velocity is quite noticeable early on. Interesting to see how he improves throughout the year, but this doesn't project well for his next few starts if he's going to hang around this number of 89, 90 miles an hour. Now, the Rays may be struggling to find success recently with their own bats, but Kluber may just be the answer they need. They're also coming back home in their home opener, so it should feel good for them to be home, back in their own park after a day off. Now, I wanted to back this team with Kluber early, the Yankees, but I just can't look past this velocity dip and how it projects for Kluber moving forward, at least to start the year. Now, the Yankees dropped the most recent game versus the Orioles in a game where they tripled the Orioles in total hits. But look, hits alone don't win you games, and there was an error late that proved costly for the Yanks. Yanks left 12 runners stranded through 11 innings, which is not a recipe to win games. But the bats were still live after their 2-7-0 wins versus the O's. Now here they draw Rich Hill, the crafty lefty journeyman. Now we know Rich Hill, it's fastball, curveball, and he draws a plenty potent lineup from the Yanks here, especially from the right side. Now Rich Hill, more than any pitcher that I can remember in recent memory anyway, is so good at making good pitches early in counts. And as soon as he gets ahead of hitters, makes so many bad pitches once he gets himself there, sets himself up real nice, and then just really struggles to seemingly finish the job. He actually had a really good year last year, especially limiting the home run ball, but has not started pretty here by any means. An ugly spring, but sure, we could toss that out, right? It's hard to really grade spring. And then a real ugly outing versus right-handed bats specifically for Miami in what's a very nice pitcher's park over there. Now, much like Kluber's first start, very little soft contact against Hill and a lot of line drives. He now draws, of course, a righty-heavy lineup from the Yanks here. Even without Judge, this lineup is still built to mash lefties. Hill's always been dominant versus lefties. But righties, it has been a struggle a bit at times for Hill to really find consistent outs, and I'd expect him as well to put himself in plenty of fires early in this game. Look, we know the Yanks can homer against anyone or any team, and look, when you're betting totals, you really have to bet on scoring opportunities to be fruitful, and this game sets up as such. Now, you'll have a game where there's 3 hits and your first 5 goes over with a clutch 3-run homer, or you'll have games where there's 12 hits early, but and only 2 total runs. But I figure both these pitchers will struggle to maneuver up and down both these lineups. And I like the over at 4.5 for all these opportunities that I expect to be in this game to score. Like it over 4.5 at the soft line at -103. That's at DraftKings in New Jersey. Now, I prefer the first 5 versus full game to dodge the elite bullpens from both. I do think this line, as I briefly hinted at before, could see some understeam as well. Two teams that haven't exactly been piling on runs, and two names that are still somewhat respected from the betting public pitching wise. But my best look in this game overall is the over 4.5 at -103. Again, got that DraftKings in New Jersey. Want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, I hope you wake up with your nuts tied to a car battery. As always, drop comments below with your thoughts in the vid. And don't be shy, folks. I always get back to you. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Maybe some bets you're making yourself. Again, I'll always be able to give you some insight as well. Now, stay tuned for more content from us this week. I'll be live on Saturday early afternoon talking bases solo, and then Sunday with Joey and Holden in the early afternoon as well. We have live shows for our members at Run Pure, NBA content, UFC content, NASCAR, of course, our picks. Check us out, runpurebets.com. Get in on all the action. Code BETS25 off for 25% off. $15 for a week, folks. It's pennies. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to gamble responsibly. Stay safe, folks.